You'd be one of these unelected scumbags who works for the Labour Party and collects a wage for being a professional political thinker. You'd be one of those guys and you'd be like, right, okay. So how many people have we got on the full-time sick with like mental illnesses? 450,000. Like serious one. Oh, yeah. What are they? Schizophrenics, borderlines, cluster B salads, people who it actually helps the economy from not to work because they're such liabilities. And how many of them we got? 450,000. Are they dangerous people? Potentially, yeah, all of them. Killers? Some of them. We really don't know until we find out. What best way of weaponising those people be? Well, we could let on that we don't think there's anything wrong with them and that we're going to kick them off the sick. And sweat them for 6 months. And then say, oh no, we're not going to do what we said we're going to do. We're only going to do it to the new people. You lot are alright. And they're like, thank you for saving us, government, from yourselves. Thank you so much for saving us. And it's like, what are these people? What's the main problem? What's their hang up? It's like in a lot of cases, just no ability to self-reflect and an inability to hold themselves accountable for the situation they've ended up in. So what do? They blame everything on everyone else. And the safest way of doing that, the one that gets you in the least trouble, is to like kick the blame up to larger and larger institutions. So fundamentally, in the end, you're blaming capitalism, depending on your training. Or you'd be on the other side of it and you'll say, well, the world's fucking biased against me because it's Marxist. And that'd be true, kind of. Truer than capitalism being your enemy. When actually competition is your enemy because you're fucking useless. So what do these people do? They try to find meaning. And how do they do that? They engage in political activism. Oh yeah. Well, fundamentally, it's about screaming and shouting. They like to punish people. It's sadism. It's just a new kind of drug. It's a new source of what they call narcissistic supply. They can believe they're fighting the good fight by punishing people who they've decided are en masse evil or demons. They become more than willing to punish. And they'll find in the end reasons to punish when they get a taste for it. Really? Yeah. So what's the best way of making the most of these guys? Well, between you and me, give them someone to hate on. The best way of mobilising them would be in front of the entire country at the Labour Party conference, Sakia. You do well to call pretty much anyone who isn't us is racist. And give them carte blanche and kind of moral authority to do as they will. What? Oh yeah. It's like everybody gets to hear your broadcast, but understand that to a certain group, it's a dog whistle that would come across as, oh, well, the authorities are saying it's okay for us to get stuck into the racists and the Nazis and the fascists. We've just been given the green light to do what we want. People who already understand themselves above the law and have been given a law to operate above the law as well. The neurodiverse. Over the weekend, couple of articles talking up the neurodiverses. The neurodiverse could teach Trump a thing or two about empathy. Where that autism bird, he writes for The Guardian on a bloody article that's made to go viral, kind of worldwide, big paper now, isn't it, Guardian? Extolling the virtues, because she's autistic and a single mother and a feminist and rich. And she's perfect and she gets everything. And it's like, if only more people like me, autistic people. So that all the nutters who read that are like, yeah, I am a bit special, aren't I? I do think a bit different. It's like they're going to town at the minute. They're in the same pincer move, right? Anyone who's found themselves engaged in the political struggle because they've been fucked over, right? They're being re-victimised and provoked at this moment in time. Re-victimised and provoked, while the nutter fraternity are being fuelled and encouraged to go and punish evil. And you hear that they say that the crowds, the Labour core, they like this. Oh, we're going to do something. It's like, I'm weighing that star up and I'm like, you don't even know who your fucking party members are, mate. You don't understand the group of people that your fucking scum organisation has attracted over the last couple of decades, and they're rubbing their hands together. We get to punish. These guys will lie and rise up mobs of people against people. They will. If they've tried this, they're trying to reach to their base and say, everyone's racist who stands against us, your policies are racist, and it's like they've stepped it back to saying, so we're not saying that people, we don't mean you're racist if you support these policies, we're saying they're racist policies. It's like, you've changed the tone, haven't you? In 2 days now you've come along and changed the tone just for a bit more of a fucking wind up. To twist the knife just a little bit, you've changed the tone and stepped back from it a little bit. Sent a kinder face out in Rachel Reeves to just step it back. And it's like, you think this is going to fucking work? Right? It will all backfire, but it's a matter of, maybe the backfire is what they want. Because it's a matter of, people will say, like, there isn't really any right-wing extremism, but there is. It's like you've got people who are the ideological enemies of the left, but exactly the same kind of creature. They're ideological enemies, but they are, psychos. So it's like, don't tell me there's no hard far right. And it's like they will not. They in essence know better than to go ape shit. But they're getting fucking wound up by this. And it's not, and now it's been made, see, the thing is, it's like group action, it doesn't work. The right are really, by way of, assembly, they'll go to London for a do and meet people and a jolly, because that's what it is. One of them big protests, it's just a jolly. Been to loads of them, can't do them anymore because I can't stand around that long, and I can't be so far away from a toilet for so long as you are when you go to one of them. But I used to go to them, and they're just jollies. You just go to meet people and just to see what goes on. You get them to turn up for that, but it's a matter of hitting the street, reaching for the fucking pickaxe, and no, they don't do it. But it's a matter of, are they more than capable of targeted assassination? No, lone wolves. Lone wolves on the right. Yeah, they're out there. Absolutely, they're out there. Someone out there right now is thinking about, right, who's worth having? They're thinking it. They're not doing it. They're thinking it. And it's like, you keep winding them up, you keep winding them up, you keep winding them up. And then you start to give opportunity, and it's like, I think the Labour Party would like to see a politician die, and I think that would give them everything they want, or they think that that would give them a new moral imperative or mandate to move ahead with everything that they want to do. I think they're fishing for it. I think they're playing for it. I think they are trying to provoke, because it doesn't matter who does it. So it's like, provoke one side of nutters, fuel another side of nutters, and between them, eventually, the sparks and the petrol will ignite. And no matter how it lands, we'll get what we fucking want. These are Obama tactics we're seeing in play now. It's like, I'm like, wow, Starmer's gone full Obama. It's like, damn, it's and I'm like, this is hard to fight against, when everyone's just screaming you're racist. You can't fight it. They always win eventually because there's no answer to it. It's a psychic attack. They think they know. They can't know, but they know you're racist. They can't know that, but they can't be reasoned with. When they've decided you're racist, that's it. It's like, you can't win against it. There's no way of winning. It's just a wall. Whack, you're racist. Everything you say is now meaningless, should be considered a lie. You are a devil, a beast. Let's hit them with a wall of silence. So, no, you're racist, that's racist. And it's like, if you're good enough with language and you think quickly enough, there's nothing, no subject you can speak of that can't be made into something about race within one flight of fancy. You can talk about anything. You could get my television remote control, right, and say, white man invented that, and be off. If you really wanted to. And if you object to, why have you just made the conversation about my remote control into one about race? Or have you got a problem with that? You can't address it. It's like this, the games that can be played, with the old racist thing up. So they are a part of why I often found it difficult to find employment. Why? Because for fun, I would take them to the nth degree. And I loved making everything about race when it came out, because I'm like, people are going to abuse this. I'll show you how. And I used to sit there and be ripping people. I'd be ripping into people for their sexism and racism, and just make anything about it. And I used to sit there and people would be fucking laughing. It's like, yeah, it is as mad as that, isn't it? I can make anything. It's like, I can make anything about it. I can just turn anything into something about race. It's like, I could get you in trouble, and I'm like, I could get you in trouble for racism when there's no black people here. What? Yeah. I mean, it's not seen it. We used to be howling, laughing by it, and then it were others copycatted that. Like, now then, right? Hang on. And you'd do your best. You do your best to find something that could be turned into a kind of a racist thing, and then it'd be a matter of that cultural appropriation type thing. We used to, sometimes we would laugh so much about it that we couldn't fucking work. We were broken up inside. And look at the fucking world now. No, it's like they knocked it, and I think the world of comedy for a while was based upon what they used to call health and safety gone mad, and then they used to call it political correctness gone mad, and everyone laughed about it, how ridiculous it was, and then they stopped laughing, and it became normalised. When people started to get hit with the blunt instrument of the HR department or the police, they stopped laughing. What? I'm actually in trouble for this shit? Yes, you've lost your job and we've now branded you a racist. What? Yeah, that observation you made about heavyweight boxers. We're not having that. You don't talk filth like that around it. Excuse me? It just took, there were times it just took one person to get the wrong end of the stick, or to deliberately make something about race, to be having you out of a job. It's the fucking world we live in. You're giving the university-trained critical theorists who believe themselves critical thinkers. They think being able to make everything about race and things like that, to make it about something, always be able to make it about something bigger, that's actually a gift they've got, when it's not. They're just histrionic and pedantic and looking for reasons to punish. It's psychopathy, but they call it intelligence, thinking. Oh, and they're looking for an excuse to punish, to like strike a blow against the ism, like they're fighting for communism. One sacking at a time. It's like this is the fucking place we've been living in for years. The counter attack to it, right, has taken nearly 30 years. This is the counter attack. It's backfired. This plan's backfired. People saw through it like I did and took the piss out of it, understanding that, hey, hang on a minute. If you've got fucking idiots willing to believe your fucking lies, you can just use the institutions against your enemies. You can make an enemy of anyone and destroy them. What kind of power have you been given? Only needing the will to do so. That's the world they set up. We've been fighting against it. Years. This, when I see that and they say, well, it's about immigrants, it's like, no, it's the final straw, this. They've had enough of all of it. They're sick of all of it. They're sick of wrong-headed thinking. They're sick of brainwashed leadership. They don't answer questions because they can't handle objections, because most of their ideas are ridiculous when you just shine a little bit of light on them. It's that bad. And it's like those in power in this country are endlessly able to just stall for time, brass it out, because next week another scandal will come along and we haven't got enough hours in the day to get to the bottom of all of it. Too few of us, too many of them. They bombard us as with something new every fucking day. To cover the fact they're fucking clueless and they've run out of talent. And it's like the little employees, the little minions of the system, they make the system work now. They've taken over it. They're completely embedded. They don't actually need the political side of the process anymore. They can just continue to function. Decisions continue to get made without the government. It's an entity that can function on its own. Doesn't even require politicians. The machine likes the Labour Party because they're like-minded. The same tribe. What you have when you have a Conservative government in power, you have a state that lies to the government and does their best to make them look stupid. Really railroads them. And the threat would always be to the Prime Minister when the state tells the Prime Minister what to do. We can, if you like, well, how about we expose to you that you don't actually have any power? How would that make you look in front of the people who voted for you? Oh, so you're telling me I have to do as I'm told? Yes, that's what I'm telling you. And if you don't like it, it's like, I've got a few friends who are international bankers and they're happy to tell you too. Do as you're fucking told. Spunk all the money on the Japanese renewable bullshit to turn electricity into the premium product. So in 50 years' time, people will be like, "Ooh, electricity! Ooh, electricity!" as if by fucking magic. It's to turn this country, right, which is inhospitable to humans. It's a fucking rugged place. It's a cold place. My neck of the woods. Humid. Pissing it down all the time. Uncomfortably hot and then exceptionally cold in the winter. It's like, I have no plan, no fucking idea in the world how I'm going to stay warm this winter. And it's like, I'm not totally penniless anymore, right? I have enough to live on because I don't do nothing, I can't go out anymore. But I've got no idea how my budget stretches to spending what will probably be 80 quid a week on gas during the winter. I'm having to employ strategies at the moment and spend money on planning not to get cold because it's very dangerous for me to get cold. Very dangerous indeed for me to get cold. It's a complication on top of my heart problem. Too far to get cold. So it's like, I ain't got no fucking plan. And I don't know if anyone else has. It's like that, I feel it in my feet. I'm already starting to be cold. Like it's winter. I already feel it in my feet. I have a heart problem, so my circulation isn't really that great. I can already feel the winter coming, and I'm like, I ain't got no fucking idea how this works. And you know, I think everyone's in the same boat as me, working class. How the fuck do we pay these eating bills this time? No clue. And it'd be a matter of, you can go without it, but you risk being hospitalised. You can try and wing it. You can not put the heat on, and you can like wrap up. But you run the risk of being hospitalised. Forget a chill. On top of whatever other bugs are about. So it's like, hey, it's like prepare for, right, in the winter. A real crisis that would be probably for the hospitals that'd be on par, even bigger than COVID, but it won't have that COVID invisible enemy bullshit going on at the same time. It'll be, this year we're going to lose more pensioners and vulnerable, so sick people, vulnerable's a bad word now, sick people than ever before. This is going to be the winter where most people die. Because they've got no, and it's not that they can't pay, it's because they've got no notion of how they're going to fucking pay for their heating in the winter. They don't know how. It's outrageous how much it costs to heat this place. I mean, really, really, and it's only a little flat. It's just the price of the gas. It's crazy. It's like £100 a week to heat this place, to keep the heating on. And it wouldn't be tropical. You wouldn't be walking around in your shorts. That the heating in this place doesn't work that well. That you could. There's some people who've got fucking great homes, haven't they, with brilliant heating systems. This isn't one of them. But it'd be £100 a week easily to have me heating on. And it's like, wow, £100 a week? Yes, £100 a week. I reckon you've got a pile up coming, and it'll be like this will strike poor people and sick people across all stripes, all identities, all races, all sexual orientations, all religions. Come November, we're going to see some real bother. Telling you. And the next slap coming from that this government is the tax hikes that they've promised us. You know, I wouldn't put it past them to say, it's okay, we're not going to do it. Like, we fucked with you, and we're to make it seem like they've done you a favour. It's cheap. It's like, when you, right, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut your head off. And you're, please, don't cut me off, please. And then when you've finished grovelling, he says, okay, then I'll let you off. All he wanted you to do was grovel. All he wanted you to do was fucking bleat and suffer. You didn't really want to cut your head off. Don't put it past them when they have that budget to say, oh, we're not increasing income tax after all. We've found another way, and we've saved you. Well, what we did, we just saved you from the tax cuts that we were going to... And it's like, you're up against a psycho. People have parents like that. You're up against a psycho. And they plan like one. And they behave like one. And when they decide to say, when they say, we need to crack down, we need to get meaner, right? We need to do something. They do psycho things. It's always a psycho thing they mean. There were calls last week that they had to up the rhetoric. They needed British rhetoric. They needed basically like the right slogans. This was Polly Time being the Guardian, was like the right rhetoric and stories and the right slogans, and then days later it's everyone's racist. What are they calling themselves? Rebuild Britain or something? It's like first it was just change because they're running an Obama campaign in every sense now. So first it was change, and now they've got new slogans. It's now like rebuild Britain. It's like reclaim Britain. It's like they've just thrown, they're doubling down on what they were doing anyway, but they've thrown a slogan at it. And it's like, you're not convincing anyone, so we have to assume here that you're not that dumb and you're just trying to wind people up. You're trying to gaslight. But even if you're trying to or not, it's going to have that effect. But I think they're deliberately gaslighting. They're trying to provoke. Now, the thing is, they may not realise they're provoking all sides. They may not realise that. Or they do. Either way, it's just the same. Be trouble. It's like some mind out there who's got a notion of the old wetware is encouraging them to press on with this racist until someone gets it, and I mean gets killed, and then that will give them what they want. Dangerous. The rhetoric's that dangerous now. It's that, and it's a matter of not everyone's the same. Not everyone hears this shit and is rational about it. Some people are emotionally hypersensitive and angry and have got violent tendencies and substance problems and psychological issues, and what are they supposed to do about it?